Welcome to Sponsored Posts, behind the lens of how influential content is made. Last episode, we were joined by Eamon Brennan, who is the creative director of branded content at Collab. And this episode is going to be a continuation of last episode. Eamon, you ready to jump back in?
Let's do it.
Perfect. Why don't we talk new platforms? So what is the profile of a brand who's willing to advertise on these types of kind of newer platforms that other brands may view as still too unproven?
That is a complicated question because I think the profile of a brand who's willing to take a chance may look a little different than the type of brand that's taking a chance on what happens to be the new thing right now, which is TikTok. You're looking for a brand that's willing to have a little fun. When we're looking for brands to work with on emerging platforms, we're looking for brands that can have a voice or already have a voice.
How do you recommend brands make sense of volatile pricing? I mean, some influencers with similar size followings and engagement may charge, wildly different rates.
Sometimes a brand wants a certain person, and it doesn't really matter what it costs because it's about that person. Other times, brands are looking for a certain percentage of audience or a certain level of engagement or reach within a given demographic. And what I like to do is talk to the brands about what those goals are first, because when we start to go out and start looking at pricing of different influencers, someone might be completely out of line based on the brand's goals.
Let's talk about a time when a campaign went wrong because of maybe too many cooks in the kitchen, or...
I think you already hit number one thing that can be problematic is too many cooks in the kitchen. That's sort of the number one killer of things. So, it's like making a movie. Pre-production is arguably the most important part. Understanding what's going to go happen so that when you get there to set, there are no surprises. There are no mistakes. So I think a really great sign that you're working on something where you're not going to have that problem is a detailed brief, something that outlines what the goals are, something that outlines what the expectations are, and making sure that both sides are realistic about those expectations. Everyone just being honest from go about everything is the difference between a good and a bad campaign.